What's up everyone, and welcome back to my Red Bull Leipzig career. Last time out we played our first game of the Bundesliga and we managed to get a victory against FC Cologne. Hopefully today we can continue on that form in the upcoming league games. Taking a quick look at our schedule, you'll be able to see that our next league game is against Hoffenheim, which will get underway in just a moment. Then later on within the next few games, more notably at least, we've got games against Bayer Leverkusen and Borussia Dortmund, who we did play against already last season and beat in the German Cup final, if you remember. We also have European fixtures to look forward to this year, as you would have known because we won the Cup. But other than that, today we're just going to try and sort out the squad a bit. I'm not sure if we're going to bring any more players in, but hopefully we can clear out a couple of players because we've got some players that just aren't really going to get any first team action, so we kind of want to let them out on loan or take them out of the squad altogether. Apart from this, it was now time for our first game of the day against Hoffenheim. We've got Asensio in behind the striker with Tielemans and Kimmich in midfield. So let's jump straight into the game. So, not the greatest start to the day. We didn't really convert that many of our chances and we ended up losing 2-0 to Hoffenheim. It just kind of shows how up and down our form could be this year, but hopefully we can push on. We'll get a training session done between this and the next game and we'll see how everything goes. As I had mentioned, whilst pre-season was on, we were purely concentrating on Florian Müller to try and get his level up. However, now that we are really within the season, I'm going to kind of spread out the training between the players again. So that's why you've kind of seen 5 different players instead of just the one. So whilst training is running in the background, I thought it would be a good time just to talk about the odd bit and bob of kind of what's going on. And basically there's some kind of exciting news, I guess. I had an email the other day which basically invited me into the closed beta of FIFA 17. I believe it starts off as like head-to-head seasons and then it moves into other game modes such as the career mode and maybe even pro clubs. I asked a couple of people that I know if they had invites as well and they actually didn't, so I'm not sure if I'm lucky to get one or not, but if you do as well, let me know in the comments. I'm just quite interested to see. I'm not 100% sure if you can capture it or take gameplay. I doubt you'll be able to, but I'll try my best. So this will start on the 18th of August, I believe, so I'll have a look what happens there. If I can take gameplay, I'll happily do it and then show you guys. If not, I'll just have to update you probably in the next episode or another video. Another thing which is actually completely unrelated to FIFA, it's an EA game, but Battlefield 1, which I'm very interested in, also has a beta coming out like very soon. It's actually an open beta so everyone can play it. I'm going to be playing some of that, and I believe you can actually capture and record that, so if you want to see some of that, I'd love to upload it and show you guys. Just let me know again in the comments, it'll be very useful. Anyway, we are back after training, and there weren't really any notable bad sessions other than Asensio, and that was purely because I misclicked and basically pressed continue by mistake. So other than that, it was good with the 3 A's and 1 B. We'll just ignore the F because it was purely my mistake, and we'll move on from there. We had a couple of emails about rescheduled fixtures and other little things. Mainly, Lucas Klosterman wanted an updated contract or an upgraded contract, so I think he does deserve it. That's why I offered it to him, and then after this it was basically time to go straight into the next match. I felt it would be best if we changed up the strike force a little bit, so that's why I brought in Marcel Sabitzer up top instead of Davy Selke. I actually decided to bring Massimo Bruno onto the left so that I could bring Serge Gnabry in on the right, leaving Emil Forsberg on the bench for the match. So let's jump into the game.
Decent block, comes out with a punch to clear the danger.
Turns out our second game of the day was a lot more successful than the first. We were much better this game. Like, the defence wasn't as good because we managed to concede 2 goals, but the substitutions that I made definitely paid off, with Emil Forsberg scoring the winner late on in the match. Hopefully we can continue this form, even though next time out we've got a very tough game against Bayer Leverkusen. Between this fixture and the next, there wasn't really that much to do. Deadline day was also coming up close. I'm not planning to hire or sign any more midfielders or strikers, defenders, anything really. I don't think we need any more players at all. We signed those players in midfield. We got Asensio and also Gnabry. I feel our defence is strong enough as well, so I don't think anything needs to be done there. In terms of outgoings, we're agreeing to get rid of Omed Damari. He was out on loan last season and now he's come back. There's no real use for him. This meant we could cash in on him, get a bit of money and relieve some pressure on our wage budget. Earlier on in the window you would have seen that we let Kalmar leave, and I think Benjamin Belloc went on a loan, so he'll come back next season and we'll see what we can do from there on in. So just quickly before our next match against Bayer Leverkusen, you can see the table. We are currently sitting in 5th place with Bayer Leverkusen sitting just below us in 6th. Ideally we can get another win and push up the table, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. I think it's probably best if we set up a bit more defensively. That's why today we're not playing a attacking midfielder or a player behind the striker. We're actually playing a holding midfielder, which will be Rani Khedira. So let's jump into the match and see how we can do against Bayer Leverkusen.
Welcome everybody to today's game. I'm Martin Tyler, Alan Smith is with me, and it's a Bundesliga game we've got for you. We're looking forward to bringing the commentary.
Yeah, great to be here today. It should be a good one this.
And he could get away here. In the judgment there for Kiesling.
think it's fair to say that the early red card that they got definitely put the game in our hands, but it doesn't matter. I thought we were going to end up with a draw, but we somehow managed to actually get the victory, which is extremely pleasing, so that will push us further up the table and we can continue on with some good momentum from this. Our next game out is actually our first game in the Euro Cup because, as you know, we won the German Cup last season, which meant that we actually automatically qualified for the Euro Cup. So that's our next match. Hopefully we can do well in that, and that will actually be in the next episode as it is the end for today. We played 3 games, we lost the first one, then won the next 2. We're actually doing very well. As you can see, we have our group in the Euro League, so we'll start with that next time out. We're actually in 3rd, I believe, in the domestic league in the Bundesliga, which is also very good. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Remember to drop a like on the video if you did, leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the next video.